Have you ever looked in the mirror and truly seen yourself, unbound, unshackled, finally free from the chains that once held you down? What if that reflection staring back at you is the real you, the one who has just severed a connection that drained your energy and dimmed your light? Moments ago, you spoke the words that cut through the heaviness, your voice unwavering, untainted by the hesitations of the past. The shift in the atmosphere is undeniable, as if the universe itself acknowledges the sacred space you've reclaimed. The tension that gripped your heart dissolves, replaced by a peace so profound it almost feels otherworldly. This is not just relief. It's a revelation of your divine power. The ability to protect your energy, to say no without guilt, is more than a choice. It's a bold declaration of your worth. You've been walking with a shadow that isn't yours, a heavy, oppressive force that clings to you like a parasite, feeding off your light. Every step you take feels burdened, your dreams and aspirations weighed down by an invisible anchor. Stress and depression have woven themselves into your daily existence, not as fleeting emotions, but as relentless chains. This is no accident. This is the consequence of your attachment to people who are determined to drag you into their abyss. These energy drainers, whether disguised as friends, family, or colleagues, are the embodiment of dead weight. They see the fire within you, the spark of potential that threatens to outshine their mediocrity, and they cannot bear it. Their intentions may be cloaked in concern or camaraderie, but beneath it lies a deeper, darker truth. They thrive on your stagnation. They fear your growth, your rise to greatness, because it highlights their own failures. So they sabotage your spirit with negativity, infecting your mind with doubts and filling your heart with despair. Their words are like venom, slowly poisoning your dreams until they fade into distant memories. They do not celebrate your victories. Instead, they diminish them, turning triumphs into trivialities. They whisper doubts in your ear, casting shadows over your bright ideas, making you question your every move. And you, out of loyalty or fear, have allowed these parasites to remain in your life, to feast on your energy until there's nothing left but a hollow shell of who you once were. But now, the time has come for you to rise, to sever the ties that bind you to these energy vampires. You hold the sword of truth, a weapon forged in the fires of self-realization, and it's time to wield it with precision. Cutting people off isn't an act of cruelty. It's an act of survival, a necessary purge to reclaim your vitality and purpose. These people have no place in the life you are destined to live, a life where your energy is sacred, your time invaluable, and your dreams untouchable. The moment you release them, the fog will lift, and the weight will vanish, as if the earth itself has shifted beneath your feet. You will feel a lightness that is nothing short of miraculous, a clarity that pierces through the darkness like a beacon. The power you've allowed others to siphon will rush back into you, stronger and more potent than ever. This is the moment where you reclaim your throne, where you step into your true potential, unencumbered by the dead weight of those who seek to drag you down. You are not meant to be shackled by the fears and insecurities of others. You are a force of nature, destined to carve your own path, to manifest your destiny with the full power of your spirit. The time to protect your energy is now, to cut off those who drain you without warning, and to stand tall in the light that is rightfully yours. Your potential is limitless, and nothing, no one, will hold you back any longer. They've seen the light in your eyes, the kindness in your heart, and they've mistaken it for weakness. These people know exactly what they're doing. They've mapped out your soul, found the soft spots, and exploited them with precision. You've become their emotional dumping ground, the receptacle for their endless grievances and toxic energy. They sense your empathy, your innate desire to help, and they twist it into a chain to tether you to their misery. Each time you listen to their woes, each time you offer comfort, they dig the hooks in deeper, draining you dry while they remain blissfully unchanged. Your dreams have been smothered under the weight of their burdens. You've carried their demons for so long that your own aspirations have withered in the shadows. They know that as long as you're wrapped up in their chaos, you'll never have the strength or focus to manifest your own destiny. They keep you anchored in a cycle of negativity, ensuring you're too exhausted, too drained to climb the mountain that awaits you. But one day, something shifts. You've been on the phone for what feels like the 1,000th time, listening to the same friend rehash the same toxic relationship drama. The complaints are a broken record, the negativity a storm cloud that never dissipates. They call you, and you listen out of habit, out of loyalty. But today, something in you snaps. The realization hits like a lightning strike. You've been used. Their problems are a black hole, swallowing your light, and you're done feeding the void. Without a second thought, you set the phone down. You block their number, severing the line that has siphoned your energy for too long. The silence that follows is deafening, but it's not the silence of loneliness. It's the silence of liberation. A rush of energy floods your body, as if you've been plugged back into your own power source. The fog that's clouded your mind for months lifts in an instant, revealing a clarity so sharp it feels almost surreal. That night, you close your eyes and are met with the clearest vision of your life's purpose you've ever had. It's not a vague idea or a distant dream. It's a vivid, undeniable calling that resonates in every fiber of your being. The spiritual channel that had been blocked by the weight of others' problems is now wide open, and the energy flows through you like a river that's finally broken free of its dam. The darkness you've been living in is replaced by a brilliant, unyielding light that shows you the path forward. You've unlocked a new level of awareness, one where your energy is sacred, your time invaluable. You've learned the power of saying no, of cutting off those who drain you without hesitation. This is not just a small victory, it's a reclamation of your soul. You've stepped into your true power, unchained from the manipulations that once held you back. Now nothing can stop you from manifesting the greatness that has always been your birthright. They wear the mask of friendship, their smiles a facade hiding the bitterness that festers beneath. These are the silent saboteurs, the ones who cloak their envy in half-hearted cheers and veiled insults. They've become so accustomed to their own misery that they cannot bear to see you rise. Their comfort lies in keeping you at their level, in ensuring that your victories never outshine their failures. They are the ones who, when you share your triumphs, greet you not with genuine joy, but with dismissive comments, their words laced with resentment. You've just announced your promotion, expecting the excitement to be shared among those you've considered friends for years. But instead of the congratulations you deserve, you're met with a chorus of diminishing remarks. The energy shifts, no longer warm and welcoming. It's now heavy with jealousy, like a storm cloud creeping in. Their eyes, once familiar, now flash with a subtle contempt, as if your success is a mirror reflecting their inadequacies. The moment hangs in the air, a stark revelation of their true feelings, and you see them for what they are, anchors holding you back, afraid that your ascent will highlight their stagnation. You say nothing, but inside, a decision crystallizes with the clarity of a lightning bolt. This will be the last time you share your light with those who seek to dim it. The bond you thought was strong was a mirage, and you know now that you cannot afford to let their negativity seep into your soul. The silent saboteurs have no place in your story, for their whispers of doubt and seeds of jealousy are poison to the garden you are cultivating. The very next day, you begin to distance yourself, pulling away from the circle that once felt like home, but now feels like a cage. With each step back, you feel a weight lift, as if the chains they've wrapped around you are falling away, link by link. And then, something extraordinary happens. As you create space in your life, the universe rushes in to fill the void. New opportunities start to flow to you with a force that feels almost supernatural, as if destiny itself was waiting for you to clear the path. The floodgates open and blessings pour in, unimpeded by the negativity that once surrounded you. You realize that their energy was a dam, blocking the flow of abundance that was always meant for you. Now, with the saboteurs removed from your orbit, you are free to rise, unburdened and unstoppable. The clarity you've gained is more valuable than any friendship, and the peace that follows is a testament to the power of protecting your energy. Your success is not meant to be shared with those who secretly hope for your downfall. You are destined for greater things, and the universe will always conspire to support you once you shed the weight of those who cannot celebrate your light. In their absence, you find strength, and in that strength, you discover that your true power lies in the company you keep, or more precisely, in those you leave behind. You don't owe anyone an explanation when you decide to reclaim your energy. The people who drain you know exactly what they're doing, even if they pretend otherwise. They've grown comfortable in your presence, feeding off your light while contributing nothing but darkness. Silent boundaries are not just a choice, they are a declaration of your self-worth, a quiet yet powerful refusal to be anyone's emotional dumping ground. At the latest family gathering, it happens again. Your cousin begins their familiar monologue about how life is endlessly unfair, how every obstacle is a personal vendetta from the universe. You've heard it all before, the rehearsed complaints, the refusal to take accountability, the relentless negativity that never shifts. It's like they're stuck on a loop, dragging you into their emotional quicksand every time they speak. But today you feel something different within yourself. You've heard the same tired song, but this time, it no longer resonates with you. Without a word, you rise from your seat. You don't engage, you don't argue or offer comfort, you simply excuse yourself, leaving behind their spiral of misery. The act is subtle, but the power behind it is monumental. It's the silent boundary that says, no more. No more letting their problems become your burden. No more allowing their negativity to infiltrate your mind and weigh down your spirit. You've drawn a line, and you don't need to explain it to anyone. From that day forward, you limit your interactions with them. The distance is palpable, yet it feels like a breath of fresh air. Slowly, but unmistakably, your mind clears. The fog of their constant negativity lifts, and you begin to see with a new clarity. It's as though you've scrubbed away years of grime from the windows of your soul, and now the light pours in freely. Your energy brightens, no longer dulled by their endless complaints and self-pity. With this newfound clarity comes a deeper connection to your spiritual path. Without their toxic presence muddying your energy, you feel aligned with something greater, your purpose, your destiny, your higher self. It's as if a river that was once clogged with debris is now flowing freely, carrying you swiftly toward your goals. The sense of peace that follows is undeniable, a confirmation that silent boundaries are more than just an act of self-care. They are a powerful spiritual tool. You never have to justify why someone no longer belongs in your life. The truth is, they already know why. Their behavior, their energy, their refusal to change or grow, that's their explanation. You're not obligated to hold space for anyone who depletes you. Your silence is your strength, and in that silence, you reclaim your power. Let them wonder, let them speculate. It's no longer your concern. You've made room for something better, and the universe will always rise to meet you once you make that choice. When you tie your life to someone who lacks ambition, it's like chaining yourself to a sinking ship. The weight of their apathy pulls you down, dragging you into a cycle of stagnation that suffocates your dreams and smothers your spirit. You, who are destined for greatness, find yourself trapped in a life that goes nowhere, tethered to someone who neither fuels your fire nor shares in your vision. Instead, they anchor you in mediocrity, content to wallow in their own complacency. You walk through the door, energized by the success of a new project, your mind buzzing with possibilities. But the moment you step inside, that energy meets a wall of inertia. There they are, in the same spot as always, glued to the couch, surrounded by the detritus of their comfort zone, junk food wrappers and the dull glow of the TV. Their presence is like a black hole, absorbing all light and life. They don't look up, don't ask about your day, don't care about the triumphs you've worked so hard to achieve. Instead, they greet you with complaints about trivialities, sucking the joy out of the room like a vacuum. Your excitement evaporates, replaced by a familiar sense of frustration and futility. It's as if you've entered a time loop, where every day repeats the same, dragging you deeper into a reality that is not your own. You realize that this relationship is not just uninspiring, it's toxic. It's a force that erodes your ambitions, chipping away at your potential until there's nothing left but the hollow shell of who you could have been. The life you've envisioned, the one filled with purpose, growth, and success, feels a million miles away, obscured by the cloud of their indifference. That night, as they sleep, unaware of the decision forming in your heart, you see your path clearly for the first time in months. There's no anger, no need for a confrontation, just a quiet, resolute understanding that you cannot stay. You pack your bags in silence, knowing that explaining yourself would be pointless. They've already shown you who they are, and no words will change that. As you close the door behind you, leaving that stagnant energy in the past, the weight lifts from your shoulders. Driving away, the sense of relief is immediate, overwhelming. It's like taking your first breath after being underwater for too long. The horizon ahead is no longer clouded with the haze of someone else's lack of ambition. It's clear, vast, and filled with possibilities. You feel the spark of something new igniting within you, a future where you're free to chase your dreams unencumbered, to rise to the heights you're destined for, without being dragged down by someone who was never meant to join you there. This is the moment you reclaim your life, stepping away from the darkness of their complacency and into the light of your own potential. You're not just leaving behind a relationship. You're shedding the dead weight that's been holding you back, stepping boldly into a future where your ambitions can soar. When you remain tethered to toxic individuals, it's like placing a veil over your soul, muffling the voice of God and severing the connection to your higher self. These people are spiritual parasites, feeding on your light and leaving you in darkness. Your spirit recognizes this long before your mind does. It sends you signals, warnings in the form of discomfort, anxiety, and those vivid, haunting dreams that refuse to let you rest. Ignoring this inner voice is not just a mistake. It's a spiritual transgression that leads to greater suffering. You've been having the same recurring dream, a labyrinth of darkness that stretches endlessly before you. The walls are high, oppressive, and no matter how hard you try, you can't find your way out. The anxiety of the dream lingers, a sense of entrapment that echoes your waking life. But each time, as the dream reaches its peak of hopelessness, a moment of clarity arrives. You find yourself standing before a thick, knotted cord, the only thing anchoring you to the maze. With trembling hands, you cut the cord, and as if by magic, the exit appears. The symbolism is undeniable, but you've resisted its message, clinging to the comfort of familiarity, even as it strangles your spirit. Then one day, the dream starts to bleed into your reality. You've just endured another exhausting interaction with a friend whose complaints are endless, whose negativity is a relentless downpour on the garden of your soul. It's as though their presence drags you deeper into the maze, making the walls higher, the darkness thicker. You feel drained, your energy siphoned off into their bottomless pit of despair. And suddenly, the message of the dream becomes crystal clear. This person is the cord, the tie that binds you to a life of spiritual stagnation. The maze is not just a dream. It's the manifestation of your soul's entrapment, a prison built by your refusal to let go. You realize that cutting ties is not just an act of self-preservation, it's a spiritual imperative. Your soul cannot soar when it's shackled by the weight of someone else's misery. That night, after making the decision to sever this draining relationship, you sleep differently. The dream comes again, but this time, it's not a maze. You find yourself standing in an open field, vast and limitless, bathed in a light so pure it feels like a blessing. The weight that once bore down on you is gone, replaced by a sense of peace and freedom that you'd almost forgotten was possible. As you wake, the feeling of restfulness lingers, a profound serenity that whispers of divine alignment. This is the spiritual consequence of release, the unburdening of your soul, the reconnection with your higher self, and the renewed clarity that allows you to hear the voice of God once more. The maze was never your destiny. It was the result of holding on to what was meant to be let go. Now, unshackled and free, you stand on the threshold of your true path, ready to manifest the life you were always meant to live. Detaching from those who drain your spirit is not an act of cruelty. It is the ultimate expression of self-respect. When you cut people off without warning, you are not just severing ties. You are reclaiming your life force, your peace, and your sacred connection to the divine. You owe no one an explanation for choosing to prioritize your well-being. The truth is, by protecting your energy, you set a powerful precedent. A silent yet profound message that you will no longer tolerate anything that diminishes your light. As the weeks pass, you begin to witness the transformation that occurs when you finally let go of what no longer serves you. The shift is undeniable. Your manifestations, once delayed and distorted by the toxic energies around you, now flow effortlessly into your reality. Your energy surges, no longer siphoned by those who thrived on your exhaustion. Opportunities that align with your true purpose begin to materialize, as if the universe itself has been waiting for you to clear the path. It becomes clear that this is your true power, the power to protect your energy, to create boundaries that are as firm as they are necessary, and to cultivate the life you've always known you were destined for. You stand in your power now, unburdened and unstoppable. The freedom of detachment is not just an abstract concept, it is a lived reality, a testament to your strength and resilience. By valuing yourself enough to release what no longer aligns with your highest good, you open the floodgates to a life filled with purpose, peace, and profound fulfillment. Now, it's your turn to share your story. How has detachment transformed your life? What opportunities have emerged since you chose to protect your energy? Your story holds power to inspire, to uplift, and to encourage others to do the same. Speak your truth, and let your experience be the beacon that guides others to their own freedom.